The war will end very soon, and Putin is very impressed. It's day 10 of the Iran war. Trump had his first presser. Earlier in the day, he said, "We've won in many ways, but haven't won enough." I am going to tell you three main points and also three random points. Point number one, he talked about the timeline. He said, "This war will end very soon." He was asked if that means within a week. He said no, but soon, very soon. He went on to explain why. He said, "We've wiped out their navy, the Air Force is gone, drones are down, missiles are down. But of course, what we're seeing on the ground is a very different picture. Those Iranian missile attacks and drone attacks are very much still ongoing." Second, he talked about oil prices, and we've been talking about how this may be the factor that determines the length of the war, because Trump is very aware that if these prices stay up and gas prices in the US are up, that is not good for public opinion. That's not good for him. So oil prices hiked up a lot earlier in the day. They came back down a little bit. And Trump basically reiterated what we've been hearing from the administration all along, that this is just temporary. The prices will come back down. He has tried to assure the American public that if we need to, we'll send the US military down to secure some of these oil tankers going through the Strait of Hormuz, coming in and out. The problem is that if this war goes on and some of these Middle East producers have to stop production or slow production, like we've seen with Kuwait, that would have a much longer term effect. So no matter what Trump says, that these prices are artificially up, the public, especially in the US, is definitely feeling those higher prices in their pocketbooks, and that is not good for Trump. Third, he talked about Mojtaba Khamenei, the new supreme leader. He said he was disappointed in the choice. So in this press conference, Trump said everything they have is gone, including their leadership. 2 levels of leadership are gone. So they may have taken out many of the top tier, but the one who's still around is Mojtaba Khamenei, who is the son of Ali Khamenei, who will be extending those hardline views and policies of his father. That's exactly what the US and Israel said they wanted to change. So right now, it's gone back to the status quo. The other thing Trump did, which he has been doing repeatedly as well, is comparing this whole Iran situation with Venezuela. He says, we have a formula that's very good, implying that they can take the Venezuela model and put it in Iran. And of course, that's not possible. 2 totally different countries. Iran is massive, way larger, way more complex, with a regime that has been in place for decades. But Trump really thinks he could step into Iran and install someone who is amenable to the US, just like they did in Venezuela. 3 other things I want to mention. Firstly, talking about the girls' school in Iran that was struck the first day, estimates of around 180 people who were killed in that strike. There have been reports in the media from the New York Times and others that that strike was carried out by the US, potentially making a mistake, but still pointing the finger at the US. The Pentagon says it is investigating, but for 2 days now, Trump has claimed that Iran is behind it. And in today's press conference, what was even more bizarre is that he said Iran has Tomahawk missiles, which is what they used. Just to give you a bit of background, Tomahawk missiles are US made missiles. They are made by a US company, and any sales or exports are done through the US government. So for Iran to suddenly have a Tomahawk missile is strange. I believe only the UK, Australia, and Japan have Tomahawks, which they have bought from the US. But I want to play you what he said in this press conference.
Will the U.S. accept any responsibility?
Well, I
for
haven't
that strike?
seen it, and I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used by, is sold and used by other countries, you know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more, but whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic, it's sold to other countries. but that's being investigated right now.
And the other random thing is that Trump and Putin had a call today where they were meant to be discussing the Ukraine situation. And then, in reference to Iran, Trump says Putin was very impressed by what he saw. So the bromance between Trump and Putin is still ongoing.